Hello everyone. In this presentation, I will discuss to you the factors affecting water consumption. There are 6 factors that affect water consumption: feed consumption, bird age, environmental temperature, water temperature, electrolytes, and lighting programs. Water is the most important nutrient for chickens' overall performance and health. Although people don't typically consider water to be a nutrient, it is part of the essential components of a chicken's diet and health. For chickens, water does more than keep the birds hydrated. Digestion, waste excretion, and respiration are all aided by it. And by water, food is softened, joints are lubricated, and body temperature is regulated. If any of these functions is disrupted, chickens will experience health issues. Why do we need to know and understand these factors? And why is it important in poultry production and flock health management? The first factor is the feed consumption. Water consumption is highly correlated to the amount of feed consumed by a bird. In short, water consumption and feed consumption go hand in hand. Commercial broilers consumed around 1.61 to 1.91 times to that of feed consumed. They consume 1.5 to 2 times as much as water as they do feed by weight. Studies have shown that increasing feed consumption leads to an increase in water consumption. The second factor is the age. When age advances, the water consumption also increases, although consumption per unit weight decreases with age. In short, water consumption increases with age but decreases as a percentage of body weight. The third factor is the environmental temperature or heat stress. The important way of regulating the body temperature of the bird during summer is through evaporative cooling method. Birds consume more water as temperature increases. One of the main ways birds regulate body temperature is by evaporating water through the respiratory system during panting. As birds pant for evaporative cooling of body, water is lost and needs to be replaced in order to maintain the body-water balance. Water consumption in broilers increases approximately 7% for each degree Fahrenheit increase in temperature. Water consumption can double and even triple during periods of heat stress. A study at the University of Georgia examined the relationship of feed consumption to water consumption of 7 consecutive flocks on a commercial broiler farm. As temperatures increased, the water consumed per pound of feed consumed also increased. This figure shows the water consumption in a tunnel-ventilated broiler house. It shows the day of age and how much gallons consumed per 1,000 birds. The fourth factor is the water temperature. Any water temperature below the body temperature of the bird will be beneficial during heat stress conditions. The water consumed will help to dissipate body heat. In commercial operations, however, airspeed is the most effective way to keep birds cool. Water is difficult to cool significantly and economically. Several studies have examined the effects of providing cool water to birds during hot weather. In most of these studies, water temperature has improved the performance of broilers and layers. Any water temperature below the body temperature of the bird will be beneficial. The water consumed will help dissipate body heat and aid the bird in body temperature regulation. However, it is very difficult to cool the water significantly when moving the water hundreds of feet down a house. The fifth factor is the electrolytes. During heat stress, addition of electrolytes not only to replenish those depleted, but also stimulate water consumption and thus have synergistic effect to control mortality. During periods of potential heat stress, many producers supplement drinking water with electrolytes. Electrolytes are minerals that can be found in the blood and are important for normal cell function and growth. Electrolytes, as the name implies, help regulate nerve and muscle function by conducting electrical signals from nerves to muscles. Electrolytes are also important for the acid-base balance of the blood and fluid retention. Some of the electrolytes found in blood plasma include sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, chlorine, bicarbonate, and sulfate. The addition of the electrolytes not only replenishes those depleted during heat stress but also stimulates water consumption. When the results of this are added together, electrolyte intake and increased water consumption, the mortality due to heat stress can be reduced. Lastly, the sixth factor is the lighting programs. When operating lighting programs in the flock, two distinct water consumption peaks can be observed. The first peak is just after the lights come on or dawn, and the second is just prior to lights turning off or dusk. The water consumption actually starts to drop about an hour prior to the lights turning off. This indicates that the birds are anticipating the upcoming dark period and activity in the house has already begun to decline. Light is another environmental factor that can influence bird water consumption. Birds will not drink if they are not eating and vice versa. During dark periods, the birds rest as a result do not consume water. The exception is long dark periods. In dark periods exceeding 8 hours, it is not unusual to see some water consumption register on the water meter. Remember, the correlation of water consumption with feed intake and many environmental factors indicate its importance in bird metabolism and body function. Efforts should be made in all poultry operations to ensure that adequate and unlimited access to water is provided. Failure to do so will result in reduced feed intake, poor egg production, reduced growth, and reduced feed efficiency. Please keep this in mind because every part of this topic is essential.